Hey, what's up guys? This is Alex, and today we're playing Cyberpunk. In today's guide, we are going to give you guys our reflex blade build that we're also using in synergy with hacking. Now, currently we're using a katana, a blue katana that we found. It has a decent amount of DPS for where we are in the story and at our current levels. The stats on the katana are, they're going to vary based on the rarity and everything. But in our case, we have a decent amount of crit chance and also some bleeding chance on it. The current mod also increased crit chance by 6%, which is a very small amount. The main reason why the bleed chance is going to be especially useful is that once you are in the blade tree for the reflexes, you will have multiple perks that will increase your bleeding effectiveness. Stuck pig increase the bleeding duration by 10 seconds, which is extremely useful when fighting very strong enemies. You will also have crimson tide, which will synergize with that by bleeding applied with blades can stack up to 3 times. I've also decided to use fire blast 3 points to increase damage with blades by 3% for every 1% of health the enemy is missing, which is going to quite add up, and I feel that this synergizes quite well with judge, jury, and executioner when increase the damage with blades against enemies with max health. So your first hit, you'll want to probably do a strong attack to get the most out of this, and eventually you might consider also putting points into roaring waters to increase the strong attacks dealt with blades. Sting like a bee is also quite useful to increase attack speed with your blade. I also have 1 point in Blaze Blade to increase the crit chance with blades by 20%, which is a huge amount for crit chance for just 1 point. I also really like Deadbolt, even though it requires 18 points in reflex to unlock, because while you're wielding a blade, you're going to be restoring hit points based on enemies that you kill, and also increase your movement speed, which is going to be quite useful in combat. I do use slow and steady to increase armor while moving. I don't really use Unbroken Spirit that much because I don't really do counter attacks. Flight of the Sparrow is quite useful as well because of the stamina reduction for using blades, which you're going to be swinging a lot of enemies. And one of the other points that I'm going to go get is going to be Dragon Strike once we do get 20 points into reflexes, as it increases the crit damage with blades by 25%, which is a significant amount, especially if you have the Blessed Blade. Now, your skill progression will go up quite a bit the more you use these weapons. The first few levels are going to be increase the attack speed of your katanas, blades, and mantis blades, plus 10% crit damage when you're using katanas and blades, and so on. And the more you're going to use them, the more you're going to unlock stuff that's going to be quite cool. And this goes up to level 20. Now, if you are going for a blade build, there are a few points into body that I would personally recommend to go get into athletics more specifically. I really would recommend regeneration to slowly regenerate health during combat. It's going to be quite useful, to not die while you're in melee. I would also probably consider going for epimorphosis to regenerate hit points outside of combat to a higher percentage, which is going to be useful to engage with full health without relying on consumables. Dog of War increased health regen in combat by 15%, could also be quite useful. Wolverine health regen activates 50% faster during combat, also quite useful. You also have Cardio Cure, which health regenerates 25% faster as you move. So there's a bunch of really good options that you can go into body, into athletics more specifically, to really synergize well with your blade build. Now, personally, I'm not going to invest too much into this tree, as you have limited amount of points that you can invest. I do really like the combo of reflexes and intelligence for hacking, like quick hacks especially. Probably the most essential point in quick hacking is going to be spy, as it reveals an enemy netrunner when they're attempting to hack you, and this is going to basically highlight that netrunner that's hiding somewhere that's quick hacking you. That way you can just focus him really fast, and it's going to be quite useful. There are a few points like in the breach protocol, like mass vulnerability to reduce physical resistance, that I do try to use here and there to increase the damage I can deal with my blades. The quick hacking and everything just is a way to synergize and to apply some crowd control, rebooting optics, like making the weapon jam and stuff like this, which really helps a lot to cover some ground and to get in melee with enemies. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found the guide useful, and if you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. We also stream every single day, so feel free to drop by our streams either on YouTube or on Trovo if you would like to. The links are going to be in the description box, guys. Thank you very much.